All right, everyone, buckle up because today we're diving into the AI world, but not just any AI. We're going beyond those single AI rock stars you hear about all the time. We're talking teams of AI, multi agent systems. Ever wonder how a self driving car navigates a crazy intersection? With people walking, bikes zipping around, other cars, it's wild. It's not just one big AI brain trying to do it all. Nope, it's a whole team of specialized AIs, each with its own job, working together seamlessly. Kind of like one's got its eyes on all the sensor data, figuring out where everything is. Another's planning the best route. Another one's actually controlling the steering wheel and the gas, making sure it all happens smoothly. That's multi-agent systems in action, people. So instead of one AI trying to be a superhero, we're talking about building a dream team. Each member has got their own strengths, bringing something unique to the table. But how does this work?
And why is it such a big deal?
That's the beauty of it. It's like putting together a team of specialists. Each AI agent is laser focused on a specific task. And this approach, it gives you incredible flexibility and scalability. Need more power to tackle a bigger problem? No problem. Just bring in more specialized agents.
Like an on-demand workforce, but made of AI. That's wild. But why is this team approach so much better than just building one super AI to handle everything?
Think about it. Let's say you're relying on just one AI to manage your entire smart home. If that AI crashes, what happens? Everything goes down. But with a multi-agent system, you've got backups.
So even if one AI agent takes a break, the others can just keep things running, right?
Yeah.
That's reassuring. But tell me more about this self-organization thing with multi-agent systems. Sounds like these AI teams have a mind of their own.
Well, it's not exactly a hive mind. It's more about giving these agents the ability to adapt, to
Yeah.
make decisions on their own based on what they're seeing and what their specific role is.
Okay, I'm starting to see the appeal of this whole team approach. But I gotta admit, I'm still kind of fascinated by those AI superstars, like GPT-4, the ones that seem like they can do it all. Can multi-agent systems really compete with that? Yeah, those big AI models are definitely impressive. But are we underestimating multi-agent systems? How do they stack up?
Well, it's not really about one being better. It's more like you choose the right tool for the job, right? Large language models, they're like those amazing solo artists, They
Yeah.
can really capture your attention. But multi-agent systems, they're like the whole orchestra, the full symphony of the AI world.
Right.
They can handle these super complex problems that even the smartest single AI would struggle with.
So it's less about individual brilliance, more about like teamwork makes the dream work.
Exactly. Think about medical diagnoses, for example. A large language model trained on tons of medical data, it might be able to make some good diagnoses. But now imagine a whole team of AI agents. Each one's an expert in a specific field of medicine. Cardiology, neurology, oncology, you name it.
Oh, okay, so you got a specialist for everything. That's got to be way better.
Right. This multi-agent system, it could analyze patient data from all sorts of sources, cross-reference symptoms, come up with a way more accurate diagnosis.
Yeah.
That's the power of specialization.
Like having a whole team of AI doctors working together behind the scenes. This is pretty mind-blowing stuff. But how do these AI teams actually work together? I mean, it's not like they can just sit down and have a chat about the best way to do things, can they?
Haha. No, it's a little more complicated than that. These agents, they work within what we call an environment. This could be a real physical space, like a city's traffic grid. Or it could be something virtual, like a simulation of the stock market. And within that environment, each agent needs to be able to understand what's going on around it.
So like with the traffic grid example, each agent would need to know where all the other cars are, what the traffic lights are doing, if there are pedestrians.
Exactly. That's the perception part. But there's more. They also need to be able to communicate, to share information with each other.
Like sending little AI messages, watch out for that pedestrian, or traffic jam ahead, find a different route.
You got it. These interactions are key for them to coordinate their actions so they can achieve their goal. Whether that's making traffic flow better, figuring out a diagnosis, or even, winning a game.
Wow, this is incredible. It feels like we're on the edge of this whole new era of AI, not just about smarter machines, but smarter teams of machines. It's really making me think, what are some of the coolest ways this technology is being used right now in the real world? So we've talked about AI teams and how they can communicate and learn, but what are some of the awesome things they can do in the real world? Give me some examples.
Oh, the possibilities are pretty much endless. We talked about self-driving cars, which are basically multi-agent systems on wheels already. But imagine this, a whole city powered by a smart grid, It's like an energy grid, but way smarter. It optimizes everything in real time. So you've got these AI agents managing the energy flow from solar panels, wind turbines, the usual power sources, balancing supply and demand constantly to cut down on waste and prevent those annoying blackouts.
So it's like having an army of tiny AI electricians making sure everything runs perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. And if there is a power outage, those agents would jump into action. They could isolate the problem, reroute power, and get things back up and running super fast.
That's incredible. What about disaster relief? I've seen videos of robots searching through rubble after earthquakes and stuff. I bet those robots could work so much better as a team, right?
Oh, absolutely. In a disaster, every second counts, right? So you could send in multi-agent systems to figure out how bad the damage is, find survivors, and coordinate rescue efforts. You'd have drones in the air surveying, robots on the ground navigating the debris, and AI analyzing all the data to prioritize who needs help first.
It'd be like a high-tech rescue squad. This technology could totally change the world. But there'd have got to be some big challenges in building these systems. It can't be easy to get all those different AIs to cooperate perfectly, can it?
You're right. Building multi-agent systems that really work is definitely tricky. One of the toughest things is designing them to handle surprises. Things that pop up out of nowhere or when the environment changes suddenly.
So if a self-driving car suddenly has to deal with a detour or a flock of birds in the road, the AI team needs to be able to adjust quickly and safely.
Exactly. We need these systems to be super tough, adaptable, able to deal with all the unpredictable stuff that happens in the real world. And of course, we can't forget about security, making sure these AI teams aren't vulnerable to hacking or someone trying to mess with them.
Yeah, the last thing we need is a rogue AI deciding to cause a traffic jam for fun. So where do you see this tech going? What will the world be like when multi-agent systems get even more advanced? Paint me a picture.
Well, AI is getting more powerful all the time, so I think we'll see multi-agent systems becoming more common in our everyday lives. Imagine personalized education that adjusts to how each student learns best, or AI financial advisors that help you make smarter investments. The possibilities are pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
It's like having a team of AI helpers working behind the scenes, making our lives easier, safer, and maybe even a little richer.
Exactly. And as these AI teams become more integrated into our world, it's up to us to make sure they're developed ethically, responsibly. They need to be used for good to benefit everyone.
Well said. So as we've learned today, the future of AI isn't just about building one super intelligent machine. It's about building teams of intelligent machines that can work together. And, honestly, I can't wait to see where it takes us. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI and multi-agent systems. If you want to learn more, and trust me, there's a ton more to explore, check out the show notes. Until next time, keep those AI questions coming.